Hey YouTube, as the title says, I may be beginning to get the end of my Pokemon Go journey, but I wanted to talk it out with you guys. So I just want to kind of go over when I started the game evolution, where I am in the game, my issues with the game, and kind of what I'm thinking. And let me know what your current situation is, because I read my comments, um, and I've had a lot of people being like, I don't play the game anymore. I watch your videos, but I don't play the game anymore. I've lost interest. Yet I don't play this league yet. Yeah. So let me know in the comments below when did you start playing, your current status with the game, and what you do and stuff like that. But as you can see on the screen, the stats is I started December 2018. Um, and when I first started the game, it was so different. I mean, rightfully so, right? It was a long time ago. Everything was new, um, and everything was exciting, right? So here are some Pokemon. I guess I should make this a little bit smaller here so you can actually see. Um, so here are some Pokemon from way back in the day, uh, December 31st, 2018. Um, but you can see there's some legendaries in there, Groudon and Kyogre and Palkia and stuff like that. So when I'm first starting out, this is exciting, right? Pokemon, legendary Pokemon, new Pokemon that I haven't caught before, Pokemon that I don't even know. Um, and the game was very, very different back in the day for a couple reasons. The first was um, it was still 2018, so the game was kind of exciting. There's a bunch of new stuff coming out. GBL hadn't even been created yet, so it was really cool from that perspective. The thing that you don't know back in the day, there's two things. I mean, you might know. One is um, raids in 2018, 2019 versus raids now are very different, and they're different for a couple reasons. One is the Pokemon, right? So if you look at my legendary Pokemon um, from back here, you will see it's not very new from what you're seeing now, right? There's a Latias right there. Latios and Latias are in the Mega Raids. Groudon, Kyogre have been recycled multiple times. Rayquaza has been recycled multiple times. Um, Armor Mewtwo, this is one of the actually probably rarest Pokemon from 2019 because that was the only time it was released. But other than that, we're just recycling Pokemon that I have had for going on 2019, so at least minimum 5 years, going on 6 years, right? So from that perspective, 5-star rates are boring. The other thing that has happened, obviously, is COVID and remote raiding. And pre-COVID, when we were in the office 5 days a week and everyone was playing this game, you can go out at lunchtime and you don't even need to call. You just went out during lunchtime. If there's a 5-star raid, 20 to 40 people would show up. Everyone was into the game. Everyone was excited about what was going on. Now, two things happen. One, we do part-time in downtown, so part-time in the office, part-time at home. So you're only getting 2 times a week downtown, so it's hit and miss whether people are there. And even so, not a lot of people are playing the game or raiding, at least not where I am. And that's a far cry from where it was a while ago. So the raiding, the bosses are sort of repeats. The people aren't playing the game. So the raiding aspect has already been killed. As I bring up the events here, what has also been killed is, let's just start with the Pokemon eggs and research breakthrough. And again, this is one where it kills me as an older player of the game, right? You have a bunch of Pokemon here: Weezing, Mr. Mime, Lapras, Jangmo, Furfuru, and Gumi, all which have been around for a long, long time. Again, no legendaries. That's just no legend in itself. And these egg pools, which I hate eggs anyways, but it's baby or Pokemon that have been in the wild for a while. Pokemon, the new Pokemon that had multiple events for each other. And this adventure sinks that hasn't seemed to change in 50 years. It seems like it's just old repeat Pokemon. The babies and stuff in the 7 kilometer race and the 10 kilometer race are nothing worth getting too excited about. And everything's in the wild, everything's that. And it just seems to be a constant, every single aspect of the game is a repeat. And I get that Niantic has to stretch this game out as long as they can. But when you've been playing since 2018 and you see old raids with no new Pokemon, eggs with no new Pokemon, events with no new Pokemon, a dragon event. Dragons are like one of the coolest aspects of the game. And you get hit with, here are your wild Pokemon. Community Day, baby version that isn't even allowed in cups because the XL is too broken. Community Day, good Pokemon, but it's been around constant, and Community Day. So it's just like you put a dragon event with one, some non-dragon Pokemon, and two, just Pokemon that have already had Community Days. And you lock new Pokemon behind raids. And I think it was in a field encounter, but like raids and field encounter. And then I don't really care too much about this. Like, it's nice if you don't have these charge moves, so it's an option. But like I know Gumi's going to get a Community Day this year, and I know Jangmo is probably going to be the Jangmo will be the Global Go Fest dragon to then be the one next year. Like, that's how it works with the dragons. But like, if you're gonna have like Freakbacks out there, like, give me more Gumis, give me more Jangmos, like, give me something. Like, this event is like bad. This event is a bad event. So just from the first perspective of everything is old. All the Pokemon in the events are old. All the Pokemon in the raids are old. All the Pokemon in the eggs are old. So it's like, as somebody who's been playing for 2018, I don't need to grind any of these aspects of the game because I already have the majority of these Pokemon. One aspect of the game which is obviously hurting me is XL Candy. And I used to love playing Master League. I played Master League. It was actually my best league because there's only like 70 Pokemon, but you only need level 40. And there's two things. So one is, let's just look at my XLs and so I have 692 rare candies sitting here and 126 XLs. XLs I'm just kind of sitting on. I don't want to waste them yet, but 692 rare candies. So you might be thinking like, why don't you just throw those in some legendary Pokemon? Well, that's because I already have, right? So 274 Zamazenta, Zacian with 611 rare candies, Cosmog I probably already threw in 300, Yveltal sitting at 164, Xerneas sitting at 243. Like, I can drop another couple hundred in each of these, but it's like, it doesn't matter when it's the XLs that are the issue, right? And so Yveltal, 61 XLs. Zacian, which I grinded hard for, 241. Xerneas, 47. Kyurem, which has been around multiple times, 126. Landorus, which has been around multiple times, only 202. Zekrom, 98, right? So I can't even build up an XL Pokemon at all. And it's a combo of a lot of these Pokemon have been around forever, so not a lot of people are raiding them. They nerfed the remote raids, so not a lot of people are helping with that. Not a lot of people raiding, so I can't really even get the Pokemon, even if it wasn't old. And then again, my life just gets in the way actually raiding free time anyways. So I can't like play Master League, and I can't compete in like this aspect of the game. So it's like, okay, so I can't. So we don't have good eggs. We don't have good wild spawns. We don't have good community days, right? We just had a look at this. Rowlet, yeah, new Pokemon, new shiny, sure. But like Chansey, terrible. Porygon repeat, terrible. Like, we're just holding out for the Gumi in June. Like, is that what we're gonna do? Just do some starter Pokemon that have some meta in GBL, and then just like random Pokemon with a Gumi in June. Like, so so now the community days are back, and there's two other aspects of the game that I think everything's just starting to get to me. So the new season, the season's ending end of on March 1st. The features are terrible. They're not. Some of them have been rolled out previous seasons, but like Party Play, Roots, and Pokemon Showcases, I love. Let me actually just go on record here. Pokemon Showcases are one of the best things this game has ever put out. When it first came out, I was like tossing my XL Pokemon. I 100% regret that. Keep your XL Pokemon because the reward you get from this thing is amazing. I've gotten like a bunch of charge TMs, a bunch of lure modules, like 7 to 10 star pieces, which are huge for me. So Pokemon Showcase, love it. Roots, Party Play, Mateo, absolutely zero value to me at all. It's impossible to, like, first of all, again, it's impossible in general to get out when you have a full-time 9 to 5 job, 2 young kids which you watch beginning and end, make a YouTube video, one, maybe two per day, and you live in the coldest capital in the world where, I mean, not this winter, but from basically October through April, if you want to go outside, it's either you're going out in a snowstorm or you're going out in like minus 25-degree weather. So like I can't even do Roots and Party Play for like 6 to 7 months of the year anyways. And they're not even like that valuable anyways. So terrible rules of that. I mean, we don't even need to go into the fact that they just like keep taking remote. They take away the remote rates. They cost more. They take away the incense that if you're not moving, that make those incense useless. They ticket everything, right? Every single event needs to have a paid timed research because they gave up all their money in remote rates, so they need to offset it with this, which like, wow, paid $2 real money, which no, I'm a free to play player, so I won't do that. And you'll get Stardust, eggs, and encounters with events being pulled, which isn't even that like good of a deal. Like people are just like, why don't you just don't buy them? I'm like, I don't buy them, but also I don't even find them good deals. But just like every event is ticketed. And then we get to GBL. And this is where, so I already posted on Twitter a while ago being like, you know, I'm not playing much. I'm not like, I'm not grinding the raids. And I don't care. They've released the 3 Hussein starter Pokemon. I did one because I did one yesterday because I was out getting dinner. I missed one event completely, and the other one I did a couple because I was out shopping. Otherwise, I'm not going out to like actively do these because I know they'll come back again, and they're not like important now. And I don't like miss it, and I don't care. And that's the thing that I'm finding. Like up until like a year or two ago, I would still have the FOMO. I'd be like, I really need to do this event. I need to do this community day. It's important, yada. And it seems like for the last like 4 or 6 months, there has not been a like, I need to do this event. Like this last roundup community day, all the events that started here, the community days this season, like I have not had that like, I need to do this. And I'm pulling up my statistics here because this was my aha moment, which I was already starting to get to. You can look at my battles, 38,939. For those of you who don't know, early in the first 2 seasons of GBL, you actually had to walk to get your battles. So you got, I think, 1 free set per day, and you had to walk 3 kilometers to get another set for the max of 5 sets. So in the first 2 seasons, I wasn't even doing all my sets because I would only get like, I'd have the 1 free one and I'd do like maybe 1 or 2 sets from walking. And then they dropped the requirement. And since they dropped the requirement, I have played every single set, every single day. I love GBL. I love, like, again, whole YouTube channel dedicated to that. I loved it. I just hit Legend during the Saturday day of 100 battles. I hit it on battle 20. So I hit battle 20. I have 80 more battles to go. I did 11 and I stopped. And you may be thinking like, okay, you still did 31 battles in a day. Like, isn't that, like, who cares? Isn't that enough? I did 7 or 8 battles yesterday. And that's 2 days in a row that I have not completed my sets. And that is this is the first time in years, like 3+ years, that I haven't completed the sets in a day. And I just did it 2 days in a row. And again, I don't feel like I'm missing anything. And I think it's a mixture because 1, I hit Legend. I would still probably do the sets if I hadn't hit Legend. But 1, I hit Legend. And 2, I hate, this meta is actually the worst. I would prefer Noctowl Lantern, Medi. I prefer Walrein Trevenant. I prefer every single other meta over the current meta of Skarmory, Whiscash, Poliwrath Annihilate. I hate this meta. It's very, very, very limited, and not too much you can work around. And you can even see that in like the play Pokemon tournaments where like, yes, Medi used to have an 85% usage and Lickitung was high, but you had like 10 to 15 other Pokemon that could be used. Really, it's now like 8 Pokemon that everyone's using. So I really don't like the meta. And so I think with all that combined, I'm just like, why am I still playing this game? Like, I've seen people come and go. I've seen people leave GPL and the game. Why am I still grinding? Why am I still doing this? And this is why I think I'm the beginning of the end. My gameplay has dropped to like 5% of what it once was, right? Where I used to do raids, I used to grind events, I used to do all the community days, I used to play all my sets. I don't do any of that anymore. So really, I'm at like a 1/10 version of how I used to play the game. So when does that 1/10 become 0? I don't know. I don't know if it ever does. Maybe I just like continue to play casually forever, right? Until this game is just like done. Maybe the meta changes next season, like the season ends in like 3 weeks. Maybe the meta changes next season and I get all excited again about GBL and I would do that. Maybe they have like good, maybe they always have bad events, and I don't have it on my, I don't want to just show my like figures here. Let me see if I can pull up lifetime. February, if you look at my channel statistics, I mean, I changed the way I do videos, like 2 per day now. So like you can see it's just a huge incline, but like January, February, May I got COVID last year, 2 years ago. But basically like January through April are always the worst statistically for my channel anyways. So it could just be that like everyone's tired after Christmas. They know that there are some winter conditions that people just can't get out. They put out all the crap events from January to April, and then they go hard during the summer with live events and Global Go Fest and stuff like that. So maybe this is just like a lull period. So anyways, that is why I'm putting out the question to you. How are you feeling about this game right now? Are you raiding, hatching, catching GBL like you used to? Have you pulled back? Are you doing more? Are you doing less? Like, let me know in the comments below what you're feeling. That's just what I'm feeling right now. Again, don't know. I don't think I'll ever fully quit. Although, yeah, you know what? So I played Pokemon Unite hard when it came out. And we were doing like battles with my friends and stuff. And then one day it was just like, it just became too much that I needed to drop something because I was like, work, kids, and I was doing all these videos at night. So what I used to do is I used to like do my videos at night till like 10, and then I used to grind like 2 to 4 battles from like 10 to 11 on Unite, and then I'm just like, this is not worth my time. So I dropped it, and I have not missed it since. And if you know me, I'm a very like type A, go in 150% all in on something when I do it. That's why I went all in on this YouTube channel with making all these videos. That's why I always go all in with like, you can see FanDuel links in my thing because I'm all in on sports betting right now. So I just like, I usually go all in on something. And then when I'm done with it, I'm done with it. So now it's just like, if I'm done with something, I'm done with something. And I'm like, I'm at the point where I'm like right on the edge. I'm at the point where like I'm a 1/10 casual of what I used to be. And I could see myself just being like, I'm done. Again, I think the only thing that's like keep me around is like, you can play this game casually if you've been around for so long, right? And that's why I don't think I'll truly ever fully quit, because if they're truly just like crap events for 5 straight months where it's just repeat Pokemon or Pokemon that do not provide me any value. Like there's new shinies coming out in the next one, but like again, not a shiny hunter. So I could just casually play and just open the game, do some battles, close the game. If I'm out and about, keep the gacha on, and just play casually until there's an event that strikes my interest, and then go hard during the event. So I think that's probably where I would do. In terms of the channel, this week I'll see the battles that are submitted. Like I still have 2 more teams that I can do Tuesday, Wednesday morning. Um, and then I saw some submitted battles, but it's definitely going to be like a lighter 1 video week with some shorts in the afternoon just to try and get that algorithm out there. Uh, but yeah, anyways, that's my thoughts. Just wanted to talk about that because I've been feeling a bit that I think people can start seeing it in my videos. So I just wanted to like address that straight on. Anyways, that's it. Let me know what you're thinking. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.